Happy New Year, everyone. It is January 2026, and I can still feel the magic of the countdown in the air.
Happy New Year, Jenna, and Happy New Year to all of you listening. There is something so powerful about the first few days of January, isn't there? It's like a clean slate, a blank page waiting to be written.
I love that expression, Carlos. A clean slate. It's the perfect time to talk about our desires, our mindset, and how we can make 2026 the year we finally reach our biggest goals, especially fluency.
Exactly. But we know that by mid-January, many people give up on their resolutions. So today, we aren't just talking about dreams, we're talking about systems, how to stay motivated when the New Year hype disappears.
We're going to explore the fresh start effect, how to set goals that don't overwhelm you, and some essential vocabulary to talk about your future. Jenna, why do you think we feel so motivated today on January 2nd, not on December 20th?
Psychologists call it the fresh start effect. Our brains like to create temporal landmarks. A new year acts as a bridge. We leave the old version of ourselves in 2025, and we embrace a new version today.
It's a powerful feeling, but it can be a trap. Sometimes we want to change everything at once. We want to go to the gym, eat healthy, wake up at 5 a.m., and study English for 2 hours, all in the same day.
That's the fastest way to burn out. For our B1 and B2 learners, the secret is not intensity, it's consistency. Don't try to be perfect today. Just try to be 1% better than you were yesterday.
Let's look at some idioms and phrasal verbs we use during this time of year. A very common one is to turn over a new leaf. Jenna, what does that mean?
It means to start behaving in a better way, to make a fresh start. For example, this year, I'm turning over a new leaf and finally prioritizing my English practice.
I love that. Another one is to stick to something. Most people make resolutions, but they don't stick to them. They don't continue doing them. To have a breakthrough in 2026, you need to stick to your routine even when you're tired.
And don't forget to kick a habit. If you want to stop procrastinating, you need to kick that habit. It's all about small wins.
Jenna, I love the expression turn over a new leaf, but let's give our listeners even more meat for their vocabulary. When we talk about New Year's resolutions, we often talk about setting goals, but there is a more advanced way to say you are starting something with a lot of energy, to hit the ground running.
Oh, that's a powerful one. To hit the ground running. It means to start a new activity with great enthusiasm and speed. For example, I want to hit the ground running with my English studies in the first week of January.
Exactly. But we also have to be careful with biting off more than you can chew. This is a classic mistake in January.
I see what you did there. To bite off more than you can chew is when you try to do something that is too difficult or try to do too many things at the same time. If you try to learn 100 new words every day, you are biting off more than you can chew. You will get frustrated. Precisely. Instead, we should focus on small wins. And when you feel like you are losing focus, you need to get back on track. We use get back on track when we lose our routine. Maybe you didn't study for 3 days, and you decide to return to your plan.
That's so important for B1-B2 learners. Don't quit, just get back on track. Another great phrasal verb for this time of year is to follow through. Many people make plans, but they don't follow through, meaning they don't complete the action they started.
In 2026, we want our listeners to be the ones who follow through. We want them to look back in December and say, I didn't just start, I finished. Let's talk about the theme of desires. Many people say, I want to speak English, but that's too broad. What is your true desire behind that? Is it to travel? Is it to get a better job and provide for your family?
That's the why. When your why is strong, the how becomes easier. In 2026, we want you to visualize your success. Don't just study words, study the feeling of freedom that English gives you.
Productivity in 2026 isn't about doing more tasks, it's about doing the right tasks. Instead of studying, try living in English. Listen to this podcast while you drive. Change your social media language. Make it a lifestyle.
This brings us to our fourth pillar, mindset and desires. Carlos, have you ever noticed that we often set goals based on what we think we should do and not what we truly desire?
All the time, Jenny. We say, I should study English because it's good for my resume, but should is a very weak word. It doesn't have fire, it doesn't have passion.
Exactly. To make 2026 different, we need to tap into our deep desires. Think about the human connection aspect. Why do you want to be fluent? Maybe it's because you want to fall in love with someone from another culture. Maybe you want to feel the pride of walking into an international meeting and speaking with confidence.
That's the emotional hook. In terms of lifestyle and productivity, we need to stop treating English like a subject we study at a desk. In 2026, the mindset shift is English is the environment, not the destination.
I love that. Explain that more, Carlos.
Well, instead of saying, I'm going to study for 30 minutes, say, I'm going to live my life in English for 30 minutes. Read a recipe in English. Watch a documentary about a hobby you love. Or talk to your dog in English. When you integrate the language into your daily life, it stops being a task and starts being a lifestyle.
And that's how you avoid the January slump. The slump is that period in mid-January when the initial excitement dies down. If English is part of your lifestyle, like brushing your teeth, you don't need motivation to do it. You just do it.
This is about the abstract theme of identity. Don't just learn English. Start telling yourself, I am a speaker of English. Even if you make mistakes, that is your identity now. A speaker. A communicator, a person of the world in 2026.
As we start this second day of the year, I want you to look in the mirror and say, this is my year. Not because it will be easy, but because you are going to be persistent.
We are so honored to be part of your 2026 journey. We have so many amazing episodes planned for this year. Topics on relationships, curiosities, and deep human experiences.
So, let's start today. Subscribe to the channel and make a commitment to yourself. We will be here every week to keep you on track.
Leave a comment below with one goal you have for 2026. Use the expression, I'm going to stick to, so we can see you practicing.
Happy New Year once again. Let's make 2026 unforgettable.
See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.